All right, Shalom, Shalom. I want to begin this lesson by giving all praise, honor, glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Kakadash. And that's like to give the honors to our teachers, the apostles, the elders of Great Millstone, GMS, who taught us 100% truth according to the Bible, who's been great examples to us in the faith. And that's like to give up Shalom to the elders, the bishops, who's been laboring. Shalom to the elect. On the brother Bahala Allah, come back with you another video through the Spirit. Those who lessons edifying. News alert. News alert. Any news? It says It says magnitude 4.3 earthquake near Berkeley, Berkeley shakes Bay Area overnight. And this was not too long ago, 6 hours ago. This is from CBS Sacramento. It says an earthquake struck the East Bay early Monday morning, with shaking felt in much of the Bay Area. And who's bringing the earthquakes? Who's making all these things happen? It's the Lord. The Lord said you should see earthquakes in diverse places. Let's bring out a scripture. It's Isaiah 29:6. Thou shalt be visited of the Lord of hosts with thunder and with earthquakes and great noise, look, with storm and tempest and the flame of devouring fire. The scriptures say, and with earthquakes. Didn't we just read about an earthquake? This is the workings of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. So look, who's making these things happen? It's the Lord, man. Once again, Isaiah 29:6, thou shalt be visited of the Lord of hosts, the Lord of armies, with thunder, and with earthquakes and great noise, with storm and tempest, and the flames of devouring fire. And all these things are happening as I made this video. And that's one in the news. We'll bring out some more articles. Like I said, there's a whole lot going on. And if you want to be protected, look, you better see the Lord. Let's see, you got animals going crazy, attacking people. The Lord said that these things was gonna happen, right? Matter of fact, I just thought about it. Let's go back to this article. I got another scripture I could bring out. Let's go to Second Esdras 9. It says, he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before. Verse 2, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Verse 3, therefore, when there should be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, and we seeing all that, earthquakes in diverse places, uproars of the people, this is taking place throughout the four corners of the earth. Every state, every country, every city. It says, verse 4, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. Verse 5, for like all that's made in the world has a beginning and an end, and the end is manifested. And the Lord's making it known that we're at the end of this society. Next article. The Kansas City Star. It's a whole lot going on. A lot of evils. Bad times. Beloved handler deleted in Tiger attack. Okay. Preserve say a horrible nightmare. It said the operator of an Oklahoma animal preserve died in an accident involving a tiger, officials say. Spirits created for vengeance. Look, teeth of wild beasts. Look, Ryan Easley, described as a passionate advocate for wildlife conservation, was deleted in the September 20th incident of Growler Pines Tiger Preserve, according to the Wildlife Refuge. It says, Easy was doing an act with the tiger when something went wrong, resulting in him being attacked. I'm gonna jump down. It says his love for animals, especially big cats, were was evident in every aspect of his life. To preserve, said in the Facebook post, he dedicated his life to the protection and care of these magnificent animals, and he believed deeply in the mission of Growler Ponds to provide a safe and forever enriching home for the animals under his care. I want to show this picture. Let's see. Nah, this an ad. But that's him right there in the photo. I wish I could blow it up, but that's him in the photo right there. He was attacked by the tiger. You know, this guy actually trained with animals, wild animals in the wild. He trained with cats. Look, got the viral one, right? That's why we must fear the God. The Bible, the Lord got spirits created with vengeance, teeth of wild beasts, as we see it going forth. Shall there be evils in the city, and the Lord have not done it? This is Amos 3, verse 6. It says, shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid? Shall there be evils in the city, and the Lord have not done it? That article I just brought up has something to do with evils, bad times. You know? And the rest of the articles I'm gonna bring out in this any news. Guess what? The Lord's making it happen, right? Should there be evils in the city, and the Lord have not done it? And that's why we must fear the God of Bible at all times, because you never know when the Lord's gonna bring judgment upon you. Jesus say, man, Lord not his time. Let's bring it out. Ecclesiastes 9 and 12 says, for man also, look, that goes for the man and the woman. It says, for man and woman knoweth not their time, as the fishes that are taken in the evil net, and as the birds that are caught in the snare, meaning a trap. So are the sons of men snared in the evil time, in a bad time, at bad times, when it fall suddenly upon them. Just like that dude, just like this individual here that worked with the wildlife. He worked with tigers, things of that nature. He didn't know that he was going to be devoured by one. He raised tigers. He trained tigers. That was his profession, right? And the tiger had him for lunch. That's why we must fear and depart for evils, man. Because if not, you may be the next person to end up in the news. You know? Let's see. Let's bring out another scripture. Let's go to Deuteronomy. It's Deuteronomy 32:39. It says, see now that I, even I am he, and there is no God with me. I kill, I make alive. I wound, I heal, neither is there any that can deliver out of my hands. So the Lord put a spirit of vengeance on that tiger to attack that dude. You know? It's like I said, there's a whole lot going on. Whole lot going on. Check this out. This is from the people. And it reads, it says, a mom of three was dragged into a river during a crocodile attack. And another one, and another one, look, a day later, her half-eaten and mutated body was found. The 37-year-old woman was attacked on Friday, September the 19th. Could there be spirits that are created for vengeance? Could there be spirits that are created for vengeance? Now, let's get scripture. Now I gotta bring out another scripture. There's a whole lot going on. Ecclesiastes 39:28, there be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. At the time of destruction, they poured their force and appeased the wrath of him that made them. Fire, hell, famine, and death, all these is created for vengeance. Look, teeth of wild beasts. Look, teeth of wild beasts from the dude being mauled by the tiger. Teeth of wild beasts from this woman being eaten by this crocodile. Teeth of wild beasts, man. You know, teeth of wild beasts and the scorpion, serpent, and the sword. Look, punishing the wicked to destruction. You see all that going forth as I make this video. All you wicked people out there, These spirits was created for you. These spirits created for vengeance were created for you. And the Lord said he does all these things. People trying to figure out why these things are happening, why people are being um attacked by animals, because the Lord is making it happen. You know? Why is the love of many? Why is the cold? Why is so much killing? Because the Lord is making it happen. The Lord is in control. He's in control. Until the Lord blown the issues from death. This is Isaiah 45:7. I formed the light and created darkness. I made peace and created evils. Meaning those bad times, I the Lord do all these things. So the Lord is the one that's bringing the evils. You know? Ultimately. And the Lord uses people. He uses individuals. And he uses animals to execute judgment. Ultimately, it's the Lord. Let's read it again. Isaiah 45:7. But it says, I formed the light and created darkness. I make peace and created evils. I, the Lord, do all these things. And that's what the Lord brought. Evils. All the articles I brought out has something to do with evil. You know, from the that dude being attacked by that tiger, from that woman being eaten by that crocodile, has something to do with evil's bad times. It says, I, the Lord, do all these things. So who's creating the bad time that we're seeing on the face of the earth? The God of the Bible. That's why we must fear him at all times. You know, let's see. I was reading something else. I don't want to hear about no Cardi B. Um, it was something else I was reading. Look, chilling video shows Hyper's final moments as Bear charged at him. The Lord said that these things would happen. These animals would get loose and start attacking people. Man shot O'Reilly auto parts employees during fight over incorrect oil filter. That's on law crime. Look, protesters everywhere. That's going back to that scripture I brought out. Uproars of the people in the world. And why there's uproars of the people? Because the wicked is ruling the earth. Proverbs 29:2. When the righteous in authority, the people rejoice, but when the wicked bear rule, people mourn. That's what you see throughout the four corners of the earth. Man kills wife and leaves her body for 13 hours with their young son. Woman 43 of age, banged, deleted by her husband on Valentine's Day. On you so-called heathens, so-called Valentine's Day was trying to leave. And this is all the love of many, West and cold. Let's see. Look, 5 days ago, CBS Chicago, Lincoln Middle School assistant principal killed in Bruin shooting because the Lord killeth and maketh alive. You know? And the Lord said in Deuteronomy 32:39, he kills, he makes alive, neither is there any that get delivered out of his hands. So you ain't getting away from the God of the Bible. That's why we must fear the Lord at all times. Fear the Lord. His wrath is going forth. The Lord said every morning the Lord bringeth forth judgment. You know? Three officers deleted, two injured in Pennsylvania shootout, bang out. Is it going down or what? Look, is it going down or what? Psalms 7:11. It says, Yahweh judges the righteous, and Yahweh is angry with the wicked every day. So that's why you see all this judgment going forth. That's why you see so much killing in the news, because the Lord's angry. Now the Lord's making a move on these wicked people, right? And the Lord said every morning, I mentioned it earlier that the Lord's wrath is going forth, right? Zephaniah 3:5, the just Lord, the righteous Lord, Yahweh Bashim Shah is in the midst thereof, omnipotent, knows all, sees all, hears all. He would not do iniquity. Every morning, the Lord, it says, every morning do he bring his judgment to light. He faileth not, but the unjust knoweth no shame. So everything we see in these different news articles, guess what it's called? Judgment, man. That's what it's called. Judgment. You know? The Lord said he got judgment going forth every morning, man. Morning, noon, night. You know, when you wake up, the Lord got a judgment going forth. It says, but the unjust, the unrighteous, knoweth no shame. So it doesn't matter how much judgment these people are seeing, they're not going to turn from wickedness. And the Lord got something for them. And guess what it's called? You guessed it. Judgment, man. And I may do a part two to this, Lord's willing. Yeah, I just want to let our people know who's making things happen on the face of the earth. Who's killing people? Who's keeping people alive? Who's bringing the evils? It's the God of the Bible. You know? There's a whole lot going on in the news. People being blicked the hell down, people being stabbed, people being burnt to a damn crisp. You got people heads getting decapitated. You got animals going crazy and attacking people. Spirits creative revenge, they're active. The love of many than wax cold already. Fear the Lord. Fear Yahweh by Shema Shai. And tremble at his word, because every morning the Lord got judgment going forth. And your only safe haven is in the scriptures. You know, a person, scripture, someone is prudent, they foresee the evil and they hide themselves within the comfort of the scriptures. But the simple passed on are punished. And the majority of our people, they punished. The majority of people, they simple as hell. They ain't paying attention to nothing. And the Lord's punishing them. You know, like I said, a whole lot going on in the news. Evils and only evils. Lord's willing, I do a part two to this. Shalom.